So I went to Blue Mountain, and Blue Mountain's like it's like a 2 hour drive north of Toronto. And I went there as a kid for a school trip. But um I went there as a school trip with uh for skiing. And I realized I suck at skiing and I just can't do it. For some reason as a kid, they just didn't let me pass the bunny hill, which I like visited again for the first time, and I'm like, I literally skied this hill, and they were like, nah, do it again. And then I had to do it so many times, and I just couldn't do it perfectly. I remember being able to like go from the top to the bottom, but apparently I wasn't doing it correctly. I don't know. So then they kept making me do it again. I was like, shit. And all my friends were already like on the freaking Black Diamond Hills going down the gondolas and stuff. And I'm like, I'm stuck here and I'm kind of embarrassed because everyone left me. So then I kind of gave up and I like ate inside by myself and I just waited for, not really by myself, I was like with other people that like gave up too. But like I was just like inside for the rest of the day. So that's where I went. I went to Blue Mountain. It was basically a Valentine's Day trip, and we decided to go a little early because like the weekend of Valentine's Day is like Family Day, so it's like a national holiday in Canada or in Ontario. I don't know if it's like all everywhere, but in Ontario, and we just decided to go on the 9th and 10th because that for some reason that was the cheapest day to book a hotel, and it was also not going to be busy, and it was also like around Valentine's Day like era. So yeah, so we like stayed over, and I knew I didn't want to ski because I have trauma. And I also like don't have the gear for skiing. And also like skiing is really expensive. You have to rent like skis, like the stick thingy, or like even snowboarding, helmet, all that stuff. And then you have to buy a ticket to use the gondola for like the whole day, which is like almost $100 total. Plus stay at the hotel was already like $100. And then like the gas to get there, the food. I was like, bruh, this is too expensive. What the heck? So we were just like, we got this thing called the Play All Day Pass, and it was like this pass that you could get. And like there are different activities you could do at Blue Mountain other than skiing and snowboarding. There is snowshoeing. There's like this canopy climb thing. There's this roller coaster thing. It's kind of like a mountain coaster, not really a roller coaster, but it's more like a coaster thing. There's a plunge. There's like an outdoor heated pool. What else? Snow tubing. So there's like all those things that you could do in a whole day just for like $40, right? And we're like, okay, we'll just do that. And I've always wanted to go snowshoeing my whole life as a kid. I always wanted to go snowshoeing. And yeah, so we decided to go, and we did as much research as we possibly can, like as we could do. But obviously, you know, when you get there, sometimes when you're traveling, you're just gonna have to roll with the punches sometimes. And this whole time we were like, oh, maybe like riding the gondola up is included in the Play All Day Pass, right? So we're like asking a worker, we're like, hey, so like, can we even like how do we get to the top of the mountain? So basically, there are different trails for snowshoeing, and we were trying to plan our second day to be very efficient in time because we only have like a day to do all these activities. So we're like, okay, we're gonna start the day off at the top of the mountain, do all the stuff at the top of the mountain, and then we're gonna go down the mountain, and then we're gonna like do all the activities on the mountain, and we're gonna go home, right? Instead of like going back and forth. That was like our plan, right? So we were like, how do we get to the top of the mountain? Because the top of the mountain had skating, snowshoeing, and that's about it, right? And skating was kind of like last prio for us because we could kind of just skate anywhere. There's always skating places around. But snowshoeing is a little different because it's not, you can't really just snowshoe anywhere. I mean, you can buy snowshoes, but it's like for like a trail, right? You can't really just like snowshoe anywhere. So we're like, okay, top prio is snowshoeing, plus I really want to do it. And we asked the worker, we're like, hey, so like how do we get to the top of the mountain? Like, do we ride this gondola up? And he's like, no, you have to hike up the mountain. And hiking up the mountain was literally 2.3 2.3 kilometers with an elevation of 217 meters. Which, if you hike often, 2.3 kilometers is not even that bad. But plus of elevation and like climbing upwards, plus carrying like survival equipment type beat, plus layers of clothing because it was like so snowy and cold, plus minus 16 degrees like temperature, and like the wind blowing in your face and the snow just coming down, and then like skiers constantly trying to like fitness their way down this trail for some reason. I don't know why. So you have to like actually like watch where you're going and make sure these skiers that are like not supposed to be here are not climbing in with you. And yeah, so all of that versus like a regular day of like hiking, it's not the same. It's not the same. Oh my gosh, Joy's calling me. And then after that, what happened? But yeah, that was like the craziest thing that happened during the trip. It was really fun. It's really a fun trip. It's like, it's kind of cool because like everything's just like together, and then like we got to try new food. There's this place called Cheesed, and it's literally my favorite like grilled cheese place ever. And I never even knew that there were like grilled cheese places like that. But the grilled cheese there is so good, and it's only there. So if I ever want grilled cheese like that, I have to go 2 hours in north to get grilled cheese. But maybe I should just learn how to make it like that. But anyways, that was like the height of our mountain trip, and it was really fun. And then yeah, I think that's it. That's it. But like I also have a vlog, and it's pinned in the chat. Yeah, and then other than that, what's happening? So after that, I got sick for a couple days, and I was like, ugh, I can't breathe from my nose. But I'm fine now. But yesterday, Jerome and I, another story, we've been playing Marvel Rivals literally the second day.